Welcome back, poker players. We are going to do another playable hand today. That's where first I have written the action in the My Poker Game Journal created by me. And now we are going to shuffle up the awesome deck, also created by me, and see if we can manifest the winning hand using what I have written here, and then analyze it from both a fortune-telling perspective and a mathematical perspective to see if it makes sense in either way. So, without further ado, awesome deck. Please show me how I won this hand with Ace 10 suited, 10 of spades, Ace of spades, near the bubble, and a $200 tournament where under the gun and under the gun +1 fold, middle position raised to 30K with 75K behind, middle position hijack cutoff fold, button calls with 65,000 behind, and I re-raise to 60,000 to see who wants to go all in. Big blind folds, middle position 1 pushes all in, and button folds. I call. Woo. That was peace of mind popping out there to give me a little peace of mind about my bad shuffling, perhaps. Anyhow, without further ado, awesome deck, please show me how I won this hand with Ace 10 suited, 10 of spades, Ace of spades. All right, we got two opponents in the hand here, so we're going to deal two opponents that bet pre-flop, one of whom folded. So middle position 1 and button, middle position 1 and button. Now we will burn a card and turn the flop. We have 3 of spades, 2 of clubs, 10 of diamonds. I got myself a pair. Excuse me, I move that up a little more. We're going to burn and turn the turn. We got the 8 of diamonds. Oops. Yes, that one is still good. There's a couple of problems in my deck that I'm waiting for a new copy of. And burn and turn the river. We got the King of Hearts. So, how did we do? I got a pair of 10s. Did I win the hand? Did I manifest the winner? So we had middle position ended up pushing all in and the button folded. So the one who actually stayed in the hand is 9-4. That does not make much sense. Yeah, I did beat them in this hand, but that's not really going to make much sense mathematically. And the other hand that was in but then folded was 6-5 offsuit. They also would have lost, but again, not the most mathematical sense. Perhaps I should have specified to the deck while shuffling that I wanted all of the hands to make mathematical sense. I forgot to ask that. Anyhow, give me a moment to analyze this and we'll talk a little more. Okay, I have taken a few minutes to look over this hand, and we're going to go over it as quick as possible because for the most part these two do not make sense from a mathematical perspective. So I simply came up with a storyline plot that would help explain the fortune-telling meanings of these two playing cards, just to give you a little lesson about maybe why someone would play these if they're a bit crazy. But before that, let's talk about this. So I said if I was near the bubble in a $200 tournament that I entered 2 times in the small blind with 325K, that's 4 times the amount that my opponents have. I said that I would min raise the person that already raised. So they raised, tripled the bet, and I'm going to do the minimum re-raise here with Ace 10 suited. Well, that's not exactly what most people would do. Although ace 10 is indeed in the raise category for one of these charts that I am studying as part of my studies, yeah, why would I raise so small? I would either raise enough to put the other players all in, which is very consistent with the meaning of these two cards, or mathematically speaking, I should just call. I mean, why not call? Then maybe the big blind would call and 4 of us would go to the flop. I'd have slightly lower odds of making the best hand, but there'd be a little more money in the pot. If I'm not willing to re-raise and be a barrier and go for the end and a new beginning, a big change, why wouldn't I just call? Doesn't really make sense the way that I played that hand from a mathematical perspective either. But as I wrote before the cards were dealt, I wrote that I would re-raise to 60,000 to see who wants to go all in. Amongst some crazier players, I play that way sometimes when I have a big stack. I want to see if somebody who has been going all in way too often wants to play, if they want to try to be the barrier and I can be the change, the end and new beginning for them. Here today, gone tomorrow. Not always a sad message, but sometimes, yes. So, what did I come up with for why these two would play 5-6 offsuit and 9-4 offsuit? Well, I decided that the 9-4 offsuit was simply in the mood to try and steal some blinds. Some people do get in that mood around the time of the bubble because a lot of players will play more conservatively in order to ensure that they make progress and make the money. And so therefore, other players will put out a little more effort and try and be capable of stealing a lot more blinds because a lot of small pots won, slow and steady wins the race, can lead to some pretty good riches, some lovely progress. So sometimes some people might raise with that hand. Again, they did a pretty good raise. For their first raise, I said they raised to 30,000 with 75,000 behind. So they risked a little less than third of their stack in order to try and steal some blinds in my scenario. However, big blind called with 6 of hearts, 5 of spades. This one I like to say means panic, but don't panic. There's a logical reason to be afraid, but that's just emotions taking control. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just go with what your gut said to do in the first place. Your logical gut that is tied to the solid emotions, so we say. Because emotions can be involved in making a smart decision, but in this case, you need to be a little bit concerned about the emotions as well. Probably not being very clear on that, but maybe another day. Let's move on. So the 5 of spades is about desire, but it's about a desire that can hurt you, lead to tears, how every rose has a thorn. It's more about getting what you want in the long run and possibly sacrificing now. So perhaps this player did call the original raise because they really wanted to play. They're on the button, they want their chance to play their button, and so they call. But then once there's a re-raise and another raise, they decide to accept that every rose has a thorn and just fold and move on. That would make sense from a fortune telling perspective and perhaps from some people's mathematical range of play as well. 6-5 Offsuit, really not a great hand, but everyone does choose a few hands that are more unexpected to work into their range. So it is hypothetically possible. Anyhow, moving on, we have 9-4 offsuit versus Ace-10 suited to the flop. And we get Harsh Truth, 3 of spades, let well enough alone, as in, yeah, you should have just folded to that re-raise. The all-in was not going to be folded to. You were not getting someone who had 4 times as many chips as you out of the pot by going all in with 75,000 to their raise. It's just never going to happen. Got to think about those things when you play a hand. And second card, beggars can't be choosers. I also like to say that this card means the pressure you are under is proof of the potential that you possess. What does that mean exactly? It means you're probably under a lot of pressure, like the bubble in a tournament where you really want to stay in, you really feel you need to build your stack right now, but just chill out. You might have a lot of potential. You do have a lot of potential, but not necessarily with this hand. Wait for one where this potential is paired with something a lot more powerful than, well, now it's paired with your 9. I mean, I would have rather had these 2 in the hole for going all in versus these 2. Just saying. And third card on the flop is Vapid Achievement, the 10 of diamonds. I ended up with a pair of 10s. And I want to go ahead and say that sometimes I will be a bit disappointed to see the 10 of diamonds in particular, because vapid achievement means an achievement that could fly away. See how the money is flying away? Well, you can't get too attached to things. Materialism is not good. You should be content with what you have. But in this case, I did not go all in. I was not the one who pushed all in first. So since they did, they were the barrier, their achievement is going to be flying away. Might be what these cards mean. Of course, again, as I just said, what was their achievement? They pushed all in thinking they were going to scare me out of this pot, that they were going to be the barrier. Yeah, they were definitely disillusioned if that's what they were thinking when they pushed all in. There's no way someone would fold to that maneuver. No one with half a brain, at least. So, on the turn, we get Triumph, 8 of diamonds. Need I say more? Well, I will say a little. This kind of triumph is one that is worked towards in a practical manner. You don't go crazy with 9-4 offsuit to get this kind of triumph. You stick to mathematically smart ways of play. And for the final card on the river, we confirm the message or the storyline that I came up with once again, because we have diplomacy. Again, a card that recommends being smart, taking the mathematically smart way of playing, and just dealing with what comes your way. No cross, no crown. If you can't handle the odds, you shouldn't be playing. So that's the playable hand of the day. Yes, I did manifest the winning hand, but no, I did not have a hand that really made sense from a mathematical perspective come out. So it's kind of a 50% on the how well did we manifest scale. But I hope you enjoyed the hand analysis, and I hope to see you again next time. Thanks for watching, and in the meantime, have fun playing Texas Hold'em.